All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Oh. That hurt. I got a giant splinter in my hand.
Oh no.
Because I was committed to the
Just
clap
say
sync.
clap like
Des?
like
yeah,
Des.
I'll just with one hand. Clap.
Clap.
Clap. Ugh.
All right, I'm ready whenever you are, I guess.
All right, let's
Hey,
just do this.
We built these
All
last
right.
week, but were we supposed to level them up? I heard you tell Alex level up. I don't know
That's
what
because
level this-
Alex was in the last operation.
Okay, I just want to make sure my character is at the appropriate level.
You're done. You're
Okay, cool.
DUN done.
Hey, we're live.
DEN.
We're
Everyone can
live,
see you.
baby.
We're
It
live.
only took 50 minutes, but we're live.
I feel alive.
Sometimes life be like that, though.
True.
It really do. It really
It
do.
really do. Where's that shirt?
Also, while I'm talking, Ultra, I assume you'll be adding name tags to yourself and Alex.
You betcha.
Yeah, I don't know how to like what your name is until I see it.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know your name, guy. All right,
just
we are
me.
here. Ignore the flying text across the screen if you're watching the Twitch. We are doing Delta Green tonight. We are joined by our guest, Adam, aka Porto Wolf.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome
Yes, thank you for enduring all these issues. Nothing can ever go right around here. So yeah, we are doing Delta Green. I guess it's been a while since we recorded. And I'm just wondering if there's anything that anybody want to talk about before we get started, because it has been 3 weeks since we streamed the Starfinder game.
Oh
Do you
yeah.
have anything to chat about or anything?
I went and did a festival.
That
an improv
yes,
festival.
I remember you talking about that in a previous episode.
Yeah. My improv team, War Candy. War Candy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got accepted into a festival in South Carolina. We took a road trip down there
Awesome.
and performed in the headlining slot for the entire festival.
oh
That's
shit!
awesome.
So it was pretty cool. It was a fun time.
You win.
As much as you can win a festival, we did.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I also went to Buc-ee's for the first time.
Bussies?
Yeah, Buc-ee's.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I've never been.
Buc-ee's and its cult following. I got a sandwich. We got some beef jerky.
Some people are muted apparently.
What?
Who?
I don't know. Are some people muted? Says Rennis.
Is it me?
Uh-oh.
Only here.
Yeah, I only hear. Yeah.
Talk.
Hello.
Hola. ¿Cómo
Wow, you
estás?
guys are
Estoy
loud.
bien. ¿Y tú?
My name is.
Okay, stream now. Can you hear them?
Hey, can you hear us? I think
Yeah.
Alex just told us
It's
story
Yummy,
without
yummy.
anybody being able to hear it.
That is exclusive for the audio listeners only.
You'll have to go back and listen to the podcast version next week. Do you want to
voices
give
in
a
their head.
recap of your story?
Sure.
Okay.
I did improv festival, went good.
And
Almost a
Buc-ee's.
haiku.
The pussies.
And the
Oh
pussies.
yeah, and went
We
to
made a joke
Buc-ee's.
about Buc-ee's. All right. Anybody else have anything other than lamenting all these tech issues?
Lots of tech issues.
Yeah, it's tech issues, the stream. All right, let's get into Delta Green. So last time we played Delta Green, I ran Chris, Alex, Dez, and George through an operation in Chicago. The only returning character from that operation will be Alex's character, Bronson
Moores.
So before we actually get into the new operation, we're going to have to do some what's it called? I already forgot what they're called. It is called home scenes. So first, Alex.
Yes.
Next to each of your skills, not each, I'm sorry. Next to skills that you failed in that last operation should have a check mark.
Yeah.
What you're going to do for that is for each of those, you're going to roll a 1d4 and add that number to your skill.
Ah.
So how many did you fail? Which ones?
I did pretty good last time. I have check marks on next to 2 skills.
Only 2. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's criminology and first aid.
Nice.
Not something you typically want to fail at.
Yeah. Who did you try to first aid? Oh, the guy who you saved.
Yeah.
Spider J.
Good old Spider J.
If anybody is like listening to this first before we did before listening to our previous operation, that operation was called Reverberations. It's from like October last year.
Mm-hmm.
Last year?
You want to get... Yeah, it was like October-ish. Sounds right.
All right. So my criminology just went up by 1 point.
Oh, shit.
So now I have 11% in criminology.
Hey, if you roll an 11 on criminology upcoming, man, you're going to be so happy.
Ooh. First aid, however, rocking a +4 on that.
Oh, shit. Oh, I guess I can delete.
Oh, I should probably have my character sheet open, eh?
All right, and then I
might.
get rid of the check mark?
Yes, you get rid of the check mark.
Okay.
Okay. Did you reach your breaking point? Do you know? Do you remember?
Did I reach my breaking point?
You didn't lose that much sanity, I don't think.
Yeah, I remember being pretty zen about the whole thing.
Yeah,
last
I
time.
think it was George's character and Chris's character that he played.
What?
I'm pretty sure we're the only two
Oh,
that
I don't
reached
remember
their
if I reached my breaking
points.
point. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the
Um,
final scene, like
oh,
the final
I
boss.
There was also my patent pending there's a couple of things that I got wrong. One of the things that could come into play is you might remember I rolled a lethality roll for the attack for the creature. When you do that, if you fail, so if you roll under the skill, whatever you're attacking dies immediately. If you roll above it, it's not just a fail. You don't but they take the damage of the number that you rolled. So, for example, it was a 2d10, so I rolled it's probably like a 79. So they would take 16 damage.
Oh.
So that's another thing is your agent's maximum sanity score can change from 99. It's 99 minus your unnatural score. So the higher your unnatural score goes, the lower your maximum sanity will be.
Okay.
So did you gain any unnatural?
According to my character sheet, no.
Okay. And then I think I got something wrong about temporary insanity. I have it written down, so I must have gotten something wrong. You only go temporarily insane when you lose 5+ sanity at once. It's not just like in a single day.
Oh, okay.
That might have been my character.
I do vaguely remember somebody going temporarily insane. Maybe it was me.
I believe it was Chris's character, because he had the fight or flight, and he chose to
I ended up running away or something.
or falling asleep. No, I think you fell unconscious or something.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. I fell unconscious.
Yeah. Okay, Alex. I have this written because George was actually supposed to join us, but he couldn't make it, and Porter is filling in, which is
I'm George
fantastic.
2.0.
According to some people, Eric is, because some people confuse his voice with George sometimes.
Every time I do a collab with Al on his YouTube channel, they're like, "Oh, it's good to see Al doing videos with George again."
Let's see. So for you, Alex, you will partake in what the Agent's Handbook calls vignettes. Did you project any sanity loss onto any of your bonds? Is there any bond score lower than your charisma? Is the way to find that out.
Charisma is 14. All of my scores are currently 14 for
So you
bonds.
did not do that. Okay, cool. You didn't hit a breaking point. You didn't misuse your contact's authority or resources from his or her day job. You didn't get arrested. All right, so you don't have to worry about that. Man, that operation was just perfect for you. So in between operations, you can choose a couple of things to do. I'm going to give you like a summary of these, and then if something like you feel like is something your character would do, we can go into like the details of it.
Okay.
One is fulfill responsibilities. One's called back to nature. Establish a new bond. Go to therapy. Improve skills or stats. Personal motivation, special training, stay on the case, or study the unnatural. So, for example, fulfill responsibilities would be just going about your life like you would normally. Improving your skills, you would take a negative to something. You would forego spending time with your bonds to become better at a certain skill or stat, like lifting weights for strength, or getting better at going. You're an anthropologist, is that what it was?
Yeah.
So you can just like do your job and get better at anthropology, stuff like that. Special training, you can get special training to use certain things. I'm coming up with a blank right now on what those things would be, but it'd be stuff that's not handled under the skills. I forget what an example of that would be. Oh, here we go. I have examples. Parachuting, skiing, scuba gear, spacesuit operation, lockpicks, black markets. Here, let me send you that list.
Yeah, I think that would be helpful.
It'll be in our the channel chat underneath Craig.
Okay. Here's what I'm thinking.
Also, this takes place between December and March, because March is when this next operation takes place, and the previous, the previous operation took place in December.
Okay.
So you only have like 2 months, give or take.
Huh. I don't know. There's too many options.
I think you only choose one, and then some operations might take place like years in between, and then you can choose two. But yeah,
Oh,
you can only
okay.
choose one.
What's the deal with back to nature again?
I can read it. Let's see. Your agent can spend time in seclusion, minimizing stress, distractions, and obligations. This isn't a vacation with the family. It's extended time alone or mostly alone in an environment that's physically active but places few other demands on the agent. So you reduce a bond by one, but you can gain sanity, which you don't think you lost very much sanity.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 68 right now.
What's your breaking point? Probably what, 40 something?
52.
52? It's not bad. Yeah, you probably.
Yeah.
What's your power?
13, 65%.
So yeah, you lost like 4, probably 3, something like that.
Yeah, a couple. I don't know that he really needs to. I think he's still probably like denying some of that stuff, maybe not working on it. So I feel like maybe fulfill responsibilities makes sense. What was that one?
Okay. If your agent focuses on ordinary obligations and relationships, describe something the agent is doing at work or at home to support one bond. Roll a sanity check. Success improves the bond by 1d6. Okay, so this would be if you are losing. If you had, I guess this doesn't make sense because you didn't lose any points in your bond score.
Oh, so if the relationship with your bond is failing, then you would
Fulfill your
delve into your
responsibilities.
regular everyday life to repair that.
Mhm.
Okay. Well,
I think
sure,
honestly
let's go
for
first.
you,
Yeah.
improve skills would probably be
that's
the way I would go. All right.
Let's go for it.
By training or studying extensively, your agent can try to boost any 2 separate skills or stats, or 1 stat and 1 skill. Describe what your agent is doing to improve the stat or skill, taking night classes for intelligence, lifting weights, meditating. Attempt a test of that stat times 5 or of the skill. If the test fails, add 3d6 percentage points to the skill or 1 point to the stat. Oh, so you want to fail. It sounds like. Each increase to a stat or skill reduces 1 bond by 1.
Okay.
So if you only want to do 1, you can do just 1. Or you can do 2, but then you have to decrease a bond. 1, decrease bonds by 1 or 2. Or, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I feel like Bronson came up against something that was otherworldly, right? And so like it feels like he definitely needs to change because of that. I feel like an easy thing to say, and this is definitely not his strong suit, but I think like after an experience like that, like working on your own like physical prowess would make sense. That's like a thing that you can maintain control over. So I think maybe it would make sense that he would train in his strength.
That makes sense. What is your current strength times 5?
40%.
40%? Okay. So do you go ahead and roll that D100 and try to fail?
I got a 67.
That is a fail. That is an increase of 1 to your strength.
Yeah.
But also a -1 to one of your bonds.
Okay. So my strength score becomes 9.
It was 8.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So you start working out.
Yeah, he's
bit.
getting a little buff. And I think because he's focusing on the body and not his mind, he has one of his bonds is with his therapist. So I think he starts kind of pulling back, not sharing as much. And the therapist maybe can clock that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was it a 13 now? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you want to do a second skill or stat?
What else would make sense here?
Obviously seeing an unnatural being, you can't do unnatural.
Right.
Unfortunately. But you might get into the occult, maybe start listening to podcasts.
Oh, he just turns into that that other character I had.
Yeah. You could I mean, if you want to keep going with the physical prowess, you could go with athletics. I mean, obviously you're an anthropologist, you can try and get better at anthropology. I don't think you can. I guess you could try and get into like a new skill if you wanted to. What else is there? Dodge. Forget what your stats are. So
I got you.
You can go swimming. You can get better at swimming.
Get better at swimming?
Yeah.
I think Bronson would like to be able to get into a pool without his floaties on. He still can't with his 20% in swim. He's got to keep the floaties on. I think I'll just stick with the one bump.
Just the one bump. Okay.
Just the one bump.
Awesome.
He likes the one
All right.
bump.
Is there anything in particular you wanted to have your like a scene or something of something that your character like? Did you want to do something in between the two operations? Maybe the aftermath of what happened in Chicago. Maybe he still went to his therapist for a little bit, but obviously you won't get the bonuses for it. But also, you don't want to tell your therapist about what you've seen because your job is to make sure that doesn't get out.
Right. Nope, nothing comes to mind.
Okay.
Nothing I can think of.
Living your life, lifting weights.
Yeah,
and
it's the boring option, but I don't have anything better.
All right, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
All right, so 3 months later, on Monday, March 6th, 2017, the four of you, in whatever way you decide, get a call, you get a encrypted message, you get your job tells you need to go to this conference. You're told to meet at a secure meeting room on Malmstrom Air Force Base in Great Falls, Montana by 3 p.m. the next day. When you forget where, I don't know. I know, Alex, your character was from Chicago.
Yeah.
I forget. I don't remember if we had. I don't think we put where you guys were from, but wherever you're from, you go to the nearest airport. You've got an airplane ticket waiting for you, and you get on a plane. And by the next day, you arrive there at 3 p.m. You all enter the meeting room, and a woman is standing at the end of a long table with a briefcase open on the table, and she motions you to sit down. Let's go in alphabetical order. Adam, do you want to describe your character?
Sure. He's standing with a cane. He's like off to one side. Very obvious that his legs are not okay. But he's wearing a Navy uniform, but also has like a stethoscope around his neck. and relatively, young 30s, short beard, cropped hair, and he's got eyes of someone who's seen shit, but he's just standing there.
Chris, what do we see from your character?
So you see a guy probably in his like mid-30s. He's got kind of a clean haircut, no facial hair, kind of like his, I don't know, he's got this real pronounced jawline. I wouldn't say like handsome, but not, ugly. Standing, wearing like a nice suit. Looks like, you can see like he's got the CIA, whatever stuff on him. So, but he kind of walks in and is immediately ready to get down to business. Doesn't seem like he's really there to chit chat.
Okay. And Eric.
My character basically looks like kind of your average nerdy middle-aged dude, kind of like a Bill Gates looking kind of guy, glasses, wearing a polo shirt with a sweater vest over top of it, khaki pants, and like tennis shoes, basically. So.
All right. And then obviously Bronson Moores also arrives. And you guys sit down at this table in this nondescript meeting room. And this woman says, "I am Agent Lassiter. We are gathered here for Operation Nightshade. Let me give you an overview of the situation. The EPA and the Montana Department of Environmental Quality are collaborating with the Lewis and Clark County's Sheriff's Office to look into a death that occurred just outside Helena, Montana, which is approximately 140 kilometers southwest of Great Falls." I don't know why that's the way they described it, but apparently that's the way they described it. Lewis and Clark County Sheriff's Office Deputy Fred Jacob, a 37-year-old white male married with no children and with 12 years of service, passed away 6 days ago. He died unexpectedly at home due to toxic shock induced by massive heavy metal poisoning with cadmium, arsenic, and zinc. Jacob's condition appeared unusual in several aspects. The condition came on suddenly, apparently over the course of only a couple of days. The contamination was widespread. His digestive system showed high concentrations of heavy metals, but so did his circulatory system, brain, and organs in levels that ought to take months to accumulate. There were no reports of an industrial accident that would explain that kind of poisoning. Medical examination found strangeness in Deputy Jacob's gut flora. There were very low levels of regular kinds of bacteria, which were seemingly replaced by a different, unknown kind, incredibly robust even in the presence of the heavy metals that somehow raced through the victim's system. The coroner's report lists that the cause of contamination as inconclusive. An EPA agent and a state investigator have begun studying recent environmental impact statements and taking ground and water samples from the region. You were sent here as a specialist team from the FBI's Critical Incident Response Group in Washington, D.C. Any of you who don't already work for the FBI have been hired as consultants and will be given FBI credentials, but not powers of arrest. You're consultants, not special agents. I believe none of you are part of the FBI, right?
No,
Not me.
I'm CIA.
Right. Officially, you are here to facilitate the EPA investigation and look for evidence of criminal pollution. Your real purpose is to determine whether Deputy Jacob's strange condition indicates a natural threat. If it does, identify the threat and neutralize it, destroy the body, and minimize human exposure. Look for evidence that can justify restricting the investigation as a classified bioterrorism case that will allow us to keep the EPA and state investigators and local FBI out of it altogether, restricting it to just you and any EPA personnel approved by the program for an ad hoc counterterrorism task force. There are a few anti-government militia and white power groups in the region who could be framed if you need a patsy and can plant the right evidence. Eden's Gate is probably the biggest one. Do any of you have medical expertise?
I'll raise my hand.
Good. You will probably need it when examining the body. I actually have the real purpose notes. I can show that to you so you have those notes for yourself.
Oh.
On
I like
roll
that.
20. You're welcome. I actually do have a photo of Mr. Jacob. If I can figure out how to do that. Unfortunately, Twitch stream, we will not have the photos. We will try and get those next week for you.
Actually, Kevin.
Ooh.
Blazam!
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
let's go.
I was busy
Look
while
at
you're
that.
talking.
All right, let's move over to the evidence board.
Yeah.
All right. The picture of Mr. Fred Jacob, if I can figure out how to do that. Boom.
Okay.
Do you guys have access to moving him around at all?
No.
Negative.
That's unfortunate. I wanted you guys to be able to... Oh, that's why. Okay. Boom. Okay,
Now I can.
try now. Cool.
Ah.
All right, and you can also should be able to change his size because there will be many more photos available right there. All right, please stop moving him around. I knew this was gonna happen. I'm like, should I let them?
Listen, he goes here.
I'm gonna take a guess to say this is Alex doing this because I know him. What? It's not?
No.
Who is it? I don't believe you. All right. You are responsible for your own transportation and accommodations. She looks down at some papers. 6-agent Helena FBI office has not been consulted on this case, nor has the region's FBI special agent in charge in Salt Lake City. None of those officials are likely to be friendly to a team intruding on their territory, even one sent from Washington. Please keep a low profile to avoid any complications. And then she's going to hand you like a manila folder, everyone. One of the things in there is coordinates to find a supply cache just outside of Helena. Is that how you pronounce that capital? Is it
Helena?
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 Helena? Hey Siri. No, I'm just joking. I've been told that this green box was left over by other agents in the area, but you'll probably need a metal detector to find it. Usually I would recommend false identities, but in this operation, I do not. If you don't have a position that makes sense for this response group, please see me before you leave. So we have an anthropologist. We have a intelligence officer. Is that what you are, Chris?
Yeah.
We have a what are you, Eric? I forgot.
Oh, God, what's the actual name of it?
What's your profession? Yeah.
I'm a scientist.
Scientist makes sense. And then we have a medical professional for the Navy, right?
The hospital corpsman, yep.
Yes. I think that makes sense. Anthropology, you might deal with you might have an issue. I'm not sure. What do you think?
I mean, anthropology's the study of people. So
That's true.
He can help when we have to blame the white power group.
yeah.
Trust me, guys, I'm an expert in white power.
Oh, no.
He's sitting here during this meeting, like knitting a white hood to plan his evidence later.
Man, he's thinking 5 steps ahead.
Oh.
She continues. Also, many federal and state agencies maintain offices in Helena and could provide aid or trouble for you. Again, please make sure to keep a low profile to avoid any complications. We don't need the press knowing. We don't need any other people knowing about this. Any questions?
No?
No questions.
No, ma'am.
All right. Head to Helena. I will let you decide on how to proceed. Just a reminder that you are there to... Well, I gave you the notes. You know what you're there for.
Yeah.
And yeah, she packs up her things and heads out the door. If I remember correctly, actually, you will definitely keep in mind that obviously this is 2017. Using the internet as a source of info, totally viable. So if you want to learn more about Helena itself, you want to learn more about if you want to like Google the deputy, you can do that. What do you want to do? You want to talk to each other first?
Is Helena is the city that we're in?
You are currently at,
We're in Great Falls.
Great Falls. Okay.
An hour and 45-minute drive away.
But we're going to Helena.
You're going to
investigate.
Helena.
Okay. All right.
Correct. They provide you with a vehicle.
Okay.
That's not what she said.
That is not what she said. That was the last operation. You have to find your way. You might have to go rent a vehicle. So you guys go rent a vehicle, and you have an hour and 45-minute drive ahead of you. What would you like to talk about?
Oh, jeez.
Also, I want to keep track of the time pretty strictly because it's kind of important. So when you get to Helena, it will probably be like 5 o'clock
Okay.
in the afternoon.
I guess we're sitting in the car, and I'll just, everybody, my name's.
Don't forget you have
yeah.
the note, the Manila folder too, so you can be going through the notes too.
Okay. Everyone, my name's Agent Caldwell. Looking forward to working with everybody on this case.
Nice to meet you, Agent. My name's Samuel Tenpenny. Just for getting to know each other, I'm a scientist, mostly working in biology and microbiology for the CDC. So I'm not normally a field agent. This is actually my first time out in the field, so those of you that are a little more experienced, please bear with me.
What brings you out here?
I was at a local CDC pop-up research facility. We were studying some viral specimens in the local wildlife, and I got the call to report in for field duty because the normal agent that they would have assigned to this wasn't available.
Interesting.
Did you guys want to like Google Helena? I got some info on Helena itself. You want that?
Sorry, maybe I have foggy brain. Did she say that we have to make our own, like, do we have to rent a hotel or something ourselves once we get there too?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that I'm going to pull out my phone and start looking at, like, booking us a couple rooms or finding a motel we can stay at.
Okay.
So.
That sounds good. If one of you wants to, I think this is kind of interesting how Helena became a city. Helena is the capital of Montana. It is the seat of Lewis and Clark County, with a population of 28,000 people. It is not a large city, but it boasts impressive Victorian architecture from its 19th century gold rush origins, when more millionaires lived in Helena per capita than any other place in the world. It is surrounded by state national parks and by rugged mountains. Nearly a third of the workforce is made up of government employees. Just outside of Helena is Fort William Henry Harrison, a training facility for the Montana National Guard and home to a Veteran Affairs Medical Center. Yeah, so what anything else you want to discuss before you get there? Did you want to, I don't know, Google the deputy's name? Maybe it pops up on something. You can see what you can find out on social. His social media is going to be a thing. Obviously, it's 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to check that out, you can.
Yeah,
I want to check out Reddit.
What was the deputy's
Reddit.
name? I missed it.
Deputy's name is Fred Jacob.
Oh, okay. This is the guy. Okay.
Yeah, the picture of the guy
Yeah,
that's
well.
currently on the screen. That's moving around.
Okay, guys. I booked us a couple of rooms at the Hampton Inn Helena.
Excellent. Yeah, I would think I would like to Google this guy. I mean, I work in intelligence, so I can probably pull up the most on this guy.
Let's see. Where are you, Mr. Jacob? Yeah, you see that he has a very limited history on social media. It's very dull. You do see him. His wife has tagged him multiple times.
As what?
Tagged, like in the posts.
Oh.
What did she think that I said?
Pegged?
Oh, they overshare on social media. No.
They've got one of those joint accounts.
You see that he is associated with Christina Jacob, who was active on social media and posted frequently within the past year about the couple's efforts to conceive and then their excitement about her pregnancy. Her last post was on February 28th, which is a week and a half ago, maybe? That said, "Poor Fred is sick tonight. Send good thoughts." And that was the last thing on social media that you see.
Can I go on to Reddit and not about him, but just about Helena in general, just to see if anybody's been posting weird things?
Yes.
If there's keep Helena weird or something like that.
Oh, hold on. I do have something. Boom. We got a wife picture.
Hot.
Hot. Yeah, you don't see anything that has anything to do with what your case officer was explaining, like people being sick or anything like that. You don't see anything like what else? What other information?
I think some of the things that I would want to know is heavy metals, like if there's been an oil spill or if there's been any type of contamination.
Yeah, you don't see anything about that. You see some information about what's it called? I think it's called the Oakland Pit, is what it's called.
Okay.
You see people taking pictures of people taken in front of the Oakland Pit, which is a former mine that has just been. It just has weird metals inside of it. But other than that, no, nothing that says someone got sick from it.
Right.
Or fell in there or anything like that. Yeah. What are you guys doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Can I also look to see about any fertilization offices in the area, because she was trying for a baby?
Yes. Being a small city, there's only one. Did you want to try and get info about it?
Yeah, because I think at least for as backup in case we need a second location to go.
Okay. Well, technically you have 2 locations.
Okay.
Basically,
Plan
you have
C.
the green box
Mhm.
that she mentioned. You have his place of employment. His house would also be another place. But also the body is currently... Was that not information that I gave? Is at the coroner's office, obviously. And so that's technically 4 locations that you could go to. But as far as finding info, yeah, there is one. But she didn't mention about... she didn't, on any of the social media posts, she didn't mention about using fertility treatments.
I thought you said she was trying for a long time.
She was, but she didn't mention a fertility treatment. They just were banging and not having a baby.
Well, man, firing blanks. Okay.
It sucks to be him. Probably has something to do with those medals.
Oh no.
No, I'm joking.
Balls of steel.
So where did you? So you? Is there anything else you want to discuss before you arrive at your hotel? Is that what you said?
Yeah. I want to find out why I'm an intelligence agent, and all I did was look at a shitty Facebook page. No, it's fine. I don't have anything else.
Okay. So you arrive at the hotel about, what did I say? 5 o'clock. So you have tonight to do something. Is there anything you wanted to go do? Obviously, the coroner's place will be closed. The sheriff's office won't be closed, but it might be not fully staffed at the moment. You'd be getting to the Jacobs home pretty late, and it's a pregnant lady, so
Right.
you might be sleeping. Who knows?
I mean, I don't know about the rest of these guys, but I'd like to get something to eat. I haven't eaten since we landed.
Or food. Yeah, food's also a thing.
And we could also plan out what we're going to do first thing in the morning as far as where we want to go first.
Where did you
Yeah,
say
sounds
you were staying at?
The Holiday
The Hampton.
Inn. The Hampton. Thank you. Yeah, the Hampton.
All right, let's see what's nearby. There's a Burger King nearby and a Subway.
Ooh.
That's the great thing about Delta Green is you could just Google Maps this shit. There's a Little John's Portables.
I like to eat local.
Oh, local? Let's see. We got McDonald's. There's Malacay Mexican restaurant.
Is that authentic?
There's-
Yeah, and were all these? Is this in 2017?
Oh shit! This is 2024.
You better use
Hold
the
on, let me go
Wayback
download
Machine.
Google Maps,
Go.
where you can change the time.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys go and get some food. We'll say that takes what? An hour and a half? Hour?
Yeah.
So we're sitting at what, 6:30? What do you want
Mhm.
to do? What time is sundown at? March
March? Oh, probably like
6th.
I think we've sprung forward by then. No, we haven't. So yeah, 6
6
6:30.
p.m. 5:54.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it's getting late. The sun's going down. Would you guys? You just want to head back to the hotel and
I mean, we could
Wait for
swing by the
tomorrow?
green. We could swing by the green box if there's anything we need to get there.
it's
Just to make use of the
you took
evening.
the coordinates and put it in Google Maps, and it's like a 20-minute drive.
Yeah.
Oh, I did forget to mention. Oh, no, I did mention that you may need to dig for it.
Dig?
No.
For what?
Yeah. For the box. I think that's what she said.
Oh.
No, she said, and you'll probably need a metal detector to find it.
Oh, so let's swing by like I don't know, like a Target?
Yeah, that's fine. There's a Walmart down the street. It's a super
Walmart, yeah.
They're going to have a metal
Yeah.
detector at a Walmart?
Oh,
center.
yeah.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I mean, it would be a
That's where I
probably
got mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you head to Walmart, spend about what? Drive up to and then park and then go in. That's like 30 minutes, so we'll say 6:30. And then you drive to the coordinates, which I remember definitely where that is.
Meanwhile, while we're driving around after we get food, Bronson is like got a bag of chips and he keeps pulling them out and shaking his head and then tossing them out the window.
Something wrong with those chips?
Too much.
Too much. What?
Too much cheese powder on that one?
too much wrong with him.
Okay.
You should try Pringles. They're all the same.
He looks over and he's like, one day.
Okay.
Hey, you sure you're all right?
Yeah, let's just be efficient about this, okay?
Yeah. And yeah, I kind of like play it off, but I'm kind of like looking out of the side of my eyes at him just to, I'm sizing him up, make sure like he's gonna be all right for this,
Sure. Still a very charming gentleman, so I don't know. I think some of it comes off as like he's eccentric almost.
Yeah.
Not that he's necessarily crazy.
All right.
All right, a 15 to 20 minute drive. Well, that's from downtown, so it's probably like 10 to 15 minute drive from the Walmart. Southeast of Helena, you get to the winding drive following I-15 south, and then left onto Hanging Tree Gulch Road. Then a couple of turns on dirt roads past ranch-style houses. The agents have to then park because you have a rented vehicle. And then you have to hike about a kilometer past the end of Ambush Ridge. You head closer to these coordinates and whip out your metal detector and start.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
The coordinates are pretty exact, so you find this green box fairly quickly. It is buried in the hilly forest, invisible beneath leaves and undergrowth. How someone excavated and built the thing way out there, nobody can tell. Finding it requires a search roll unless you use a metal detector. So you find it. So yeah, you get to this thing, uncover it from these leaves and undergrowth, and you see a door with a padlock on it.
Oh.
Caldwell's eyes light up, and he's just like, you can tell he's excited. Like, man, this sure beats being behind a desk. Am I right?
It is exciting.
So
Key or combination lock?
The key.
Okay.
Which you definitely did not get a key from your handler.
I don't suppose we bought a pair of tin snips and anyone has an aluminum can with them.
I mean, we can say you did. That's fine by me. We can...
Okay. So,
Flashback. You think holding up a crowbar? You think we'll need this?
crowbar.
Get it? It's
tools.
half off.
Oh, yeah.
It says an agent with strength 11 or better. Does anybody have strength 11 or better?
I do not.
I have a strength of 11.
All right. The crippled man is going to open.
There you go. Okay. I open it up.
Can crack the padlock open, or the agents could pick the lock. You could do that. So yeah, you enter this shelter, and there's a bunch of items in here. It says the shelter contains a number of weird collectibles in boxes and trunks. Oh, I think I have a picture, actually. Hold on. It's somewhere.
Funko Pops.
This is the picture that they should easily share this. I don't think I can easily share this onto the Roll20, unfortunately. But I will post it in our chat. If someone wants to give me a description of that.
It looks like my basement.
Yeah, it basically looks like someone's basement.
It's old furniture, boxes of loose crap, and a weird thing to the side, which looks like a giant rock. What is that to the right?
Yes. So, I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to describe some things that it has. Okay, we have a cardboard box full of loose mouse traps. About 1 in 4 is already armed. One fully operational M72A2 LAW rocket. What looks to be 6 thermite grenades in a crumbling wooden shipping crate. Does anybody have demolitions, heavy weapons, or any military science?
I have
No.
What?
no. I don't have
You?
military science.
No,
I have
you
regular
don't?
science.
Oh.
I have biology, but I do have artillery, if that counts.
Sure, I'll count that. So you know that these are not high explosives. They are meant to destroy materials such as engine blocks and armored doors, and they can be used underwater. 6 of them. Now to the there's that rock to your right is a heavy chunk of sandstone. On one side is a military dog tag, badly warped and effaced, embedded in a patch of some other kind of mineral that has fused with the sandstone. Does anybody have science geology?
I don't think that I do.
Negatory.
Okay.
As a Navy person, can I at least tell which branch of the military it is?
Yeah, let me get to, that's coming up.
Okay.
An agent with search or archaeology? Does anybody have search or archaeology?
I'm pretty good at searching.
I have search too.
What's your score?
60.
90% search.
Oh,
Both of you can discern the letters given below, which I'll get to here in a second. Anybody with military? No one has military science, right?
no.
Correct.
Where science is at?
It would be under M for military.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
It
I
is.
always forget that. Nothing. I'm an anthropologist.
Okay,
Not a
you know that
fighter.
you know that it's a dog tag, but you can't tell when it was from, who it was by. And then anybody with archaeology or science geology?
I have archaeology and
What's your archaeology at?
30%.
Ooh, not quite good enough. You recognize it as something, but you can't put your finger on it. So whoever had the people who have the search, the text on the dog tag, it's like it was warped, so you can only see the right side of it. So it looks kinda. So you can see the first word ends in IDGE. The second word ends in ATHAN. The third word ends with THEU. The fourth one is numbers. It's 5-42. And then the last one is N-I.
What was the second one?
ATHAN. So there's a lot of stuff in this bunker. There's a battery-powered Milwaukee sawzall and a selection of blades for cutting metal and masonry and for butchering large game. A set of 3 glass bottles with corrosive warning labels on them. They are identical in use to Molotov cocktails. But with a powerful acid substituted. Why would you know this? It's basically Molotov cocktails. And if you wanted to use them, take them, you can. There's a set of British Army enhanced combat body armor in desert camouflage. In the pockets, which would hold strike plates back and front for protection, against high-velocity projectiles are actually 2 hardback copies of Peter F. Hamilton's 1997 novel, The Neutronium Alchemist. There's a 1980s tape deck containing a tape labeled Star People. The battery compartment is ruined due to leaky old batteries, but it has an adapter cord to be plugged into a power socket. I think your character would know this, Adam. The dog tag, the last line says N-I, which makes you think that the dog tag was probably a Navy draftee.
Okay.
So yeah, that is all the things in here.
Well,
Would you like to take any of these things?
I feel like we should take the.
Yeah, we're gonna grab the tape deck.
Okay.
And the power cord so we can listen to the tape when we get back to the hotel room.
I would like the book.
You want to take are you taking the book out of the body armor?
The Neutronium Alchemist?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was inside armor.
Yeah. Instead of plates, that was inside the body armor.
Oh. Does anyone want to wear this armor?
No.
I'm taking the book.
Yeah, not around. I mean, we got to keep a low profile. Walking around in old body armor is probably not a great way to
I'm going to take the book.
fly under the radar.
Just one.
All right.
I mean, I feel
Just
like
one of them.
I feel like we should take at least like one of the explosives. Just you never know.
I'll take the underwater ones. I'm Navy.
Yeah.
There's 6 thermite grenades.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm taking a mousetrap.
A mousetrap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure to write that down.
Okay.
Does someone want the rocket launcher over there?
No.
Is any one of us qualified to use it?
I think it's heavy weapons.
They only
skill.
trained
I
us
don't-
on pistols, so I don't feel like that's good for me.
Yeah, let's leave the launcher here, and we know where it is if we need it later.
But now I feel bad that we broke open the door because now anybody can find this place.
Did you say there was a battery operated saw?
Yeah.
That's probably a good thing to grab.
Yeah. Grab that
In
and
the
all
trunk?
the blades.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so did we rent an SUV or a sedan?
I don't know. What did you order? What did you rent?
Okay, so I'm going to say we ordered an SUV.
Yeah.
That works for
So we have plenty of
that's what
space
I
in the
prefer.
back.
Yeah.
It's a minivan.
We rented a U-Haul, actually.
Yeah, the U-Haul truck.
Can we get that Cybertruck?
No.
Okay.
All right. So you grabbed the tape deck with the tape. You
Yes.
grabbed the 6 thermite grenades. You grabbed a single mousetrap. You grabbed the battery-powered saw. A book from the body armor, and that's it. Okay. You get back into your vehicle, and you head back down the road, and head back to the hotel. It's say, I don't know what time, probably like 9 o'clock, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get back to the hotel around 9 o'clock. You just want to listen to the tape and then head to bed, or what did you want to do?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
One big bed. One big bed.
All right, so you use the adapter cord to plug this tape deck into the power, and then you hit play. And what you hear is an early 1980s recording of, I don't know why you would know that it was 1980s, but that's what it says. You hear an unidentified Cree man, Cree, talking about and then singing a Star People song. He says the song is meant to be sung to the Matoots.
You always pick the ones with the great
He's
names,
broken.
Kevin.
Matutusan Asaniok. The Sweat Lodge rocks the Pleiades. I don't know what that
Pleiades?
means. Yeah. The Kree people came... He's explaining this to the person interviewing him. The Kree people came down to Earth from that lodge as spirits and then took human form. Sometimes the star people come down to share wisdom or to take people with them up to the stars. Sing it someplace high up. The Ghost Mountain might be best. Pressed for more, he dismissively says the star people can't be described. Some legends say they look like stars come down to visit. He says, the star people are great people. They haven't been on Earth a long time like my people. Who knows what shape they will take?
Okay.
That's interesting.
No one has a Native American language, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
What about South African or... Wait, that's not a language. What language do they speak in South Africa? English?
English and Dutch.
What about Papua New Guinea?
No.
I think they speak French, right?
They speak Tok Pinson.
Does anybody take that as a language?
No.
Yeah, I did.
Or you can make an anthropology roll.
Hey.
What?
Do we have an
Time to
anthropologist among
shine.
us? Anybody?
Kind of an all-star over here. Anthropology? Anyone? I failed.
Oh no.
All right, check that box.
67 over 50.
You 67 over 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think that the Ghost Mountain is relating to a place, but you don't know what it could be referencing.
I like that all of my insights have been like, yeah, I think that's a thing. Yeah, this is a dog tag. I don't know from when. It's good to get a failure in early, though. That's how you know you're growing.
All right, you guys listen to this tape, and then you think it has something to do with actual location when he says Ghost Mountain. But other than that, I guess it's time for bed. Get an early start in the morning.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. All right.
Get an early
Boys, cuddle
start.
up.
All right, you guys cuddle up, and we'll see what day 2 leads to next time.
Oh, buddy.
This is gonna be a real romance.
Yeah,
It'll be a bumpy ride.
Oh,
Take
boy.
a 5-way with beans and onions.
Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. Well, it's bedtime for Bonzo. So, Rennis, thank you for hanging out. Whoever's watching the VOD, thank you for listening. And yeah, hopefully next week we won't have any more tech issues. We'll get it all figured out, guys.
Oh, and also, thanks, Adam, for
Yes.
for guesting with us.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Did you want to promote anything? Or, I know you like last time you were working on a mod. So
Yeah, I'm working on a Fallout mod, Empire Wastes, and I'm also working on a D&D Let's Play called Remedial Adventuring 401.
Oh,
So
right,
either
yes.
of those. So if you want to check out either of those, they're on all the social medias.
Nice.
Great. We'll be here next week for part 2. And bye.
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 The Star People love you.
Thank you to Sirenscape for helping us immerse you into the worlds we explore with amazing music and sound effects. Check them out at Sirenscape.com to add them to your adventures as well. And thank you to our patrons for helping fuel us throughout the galaxy. We sincerely can't thank you enough for your continued support. If you'd like to become a patron or find out more about us, visit www.adventureawaitspod.com. We'd love to have you aboard. Until next time, adventurers.